Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I know it's been like a minute since the last time I filmed, and the reason for that is because my husband and I went away on our honeymoon. So my last video about Saje products was kind of the last one, and then I was trying to come up with like content ideas, and I thought vacation would probably be a good opportunity to think some stuff over. So that is exactly what I did, and we got home and I just decided to throw on whatever I have right now and kind of do a quick little video about the stuff I traveled with beauty-wise. I was crazy and decided to do mostly first impressions, so we'll see how this goes. And I was a little nervous doing it, but I picked products that were good. I kind of figured would be good for me and my skin type and my hair type, and I thought I would share them with you. So let's start with hair because on the top of your head, so why not? So let's start with hair. So I went to Sephora.com and I purchased a lot of travel-sized items, and the reason I did that was because A, we had none, and B, since my husband and I share, it's a little bit easier for us, but I wanted something that wasn't a miniature, but something that was a little bit bigger because, as we all know, the airlines have a rule that you're only allowed to carry, I think it's like, what, two or three fluid ounces or 100 milliliters on the plane, so I needed something that would be a good in between. So my first product that I'm going to show you guys is by Ouai, and I purchased this little kit, and it is their repair kit from their repair line, and it comes with a conditioner, a shampoo, well, flip that, a shampoo and a conditioner, a hair treatment, and some hair elastics. I have some thoughts on this. So this was the first item I purchased. Now everything is 50 milliliters, so this is the conditioner and the shampoo. So it comes in the nice Ouai kind of typical bottles. The hair treatment mask, and then after that I opened them, but it's really cute. It says, in case of emergency, and hair elastics. Now the hair treatment mask I didn't take with me, and I only took one hair elastic with me because they're white. I have brown hair, so I don't know what their logic was behind the white, unless it just strictly has to do with their marketing, but it was, in my opinion, a little bit of a miss because even if you have blonde hair, the white's still going to show. So anywho, these only got used like while we were in the hotel and I was trying to wash my face, but I only took one. The hair treatment mask I didn't take with me, and I'll explain why in a minute. So the repair shampoo smells very clean, and same with the conditioner. There's not like, it's not a heavily like floral perfumed scent, but it does have like a slight, like you can tell that you've used shampoo in your hair. It doesn't smell like nothing, but it has like a very light scent. I was generally a fan of both of these. I have very sensitive skin. Anything too thick makes my scalp break out, and anything, I don't like feeling like my hair did not get cleaned. So, and I also don't wash my hair every day, especially whilst we were away. It wasn't going to necessarily be realistic to, you know, wash and blow dry almost every day. So I needed something that was going to clean my hair, but also something that was going to be able to let me like use, like not have to wash my hair every day and leave it feeling thick and weighed down and, you know, oily. So this stuff was great. I did not break out. We used it basically almost every other day while we were gone. It didn't make me break out, which was good. It has a really nice scent. I think my only complaint about it is just like any really true pure shampoo that you use, it doesn't get sudsy and it doesn't lather. So I actually used like one small drop, just wet my hair, and then a slightly bigger drop, and then went through and actually like put it through my hair, and it did start getting a little sudsy, which is great, and it lathered, so that was nice. Together, they were a great team, and we still probably have about half of the bottle left, which just goes to show how much you're truly using. You're only using like, you know, a little size of like a dime, like, or a tiny penny. You're not really using that much, which is great. The hair treatment mask, the reason I didn't take it with me as part of this was because I knew the repair was going to be enough. I did not need anything else to really treat my hair, and I knew we were going to Europe. It's not, the water's not great, but it's not awful either. So I knew I didn't need anything too intensive. So I didn't bother bringing this with me. But this, again, has the same type of scent. And I imagine it's excellent. I haven't used it. So my only downfall really about the kit was the hair elastics because they were white. But at the end of the day, if you have long hair, you have lots of hair elastics, so it doesn't really make a difference. And this, again, was $31 from Sephora, so highly recommend. The next two things I bought were from Drybar. So when you're traveling to, well, Europe, but if you're traveling really anywhere that has different voltages, I find that sometimes, depending on what styling products you or styling tools you bring with you, they can overheat. And not overheat like to the point, well, I've had it happen before, but usually not to the point where they're catching fire. But it just seems like on your straighteners, your ceramic plates get a little hotter than usual. Sometimes the blow dryer runs just a little bit warmer than it should. And because of that, I'm very, very, very weary of what products I actually put in my hair to help protect against the heat. So I use a lot of oils, things like that, usually at home. I didn't really want to bring those with me because I found that if they spilled out or if I siphoned them into something else, they could spill out and therefore causing more of a problem. So I decided to go the route of a cream. So the first product I bought was the Hot Toddy UV and Heat Protectant from Drybar, which I'm going to get a good shot of that. Yeah, which looks like this. There you go. That's better. This stuff is amazing. You do not need a lot. It's kind of like if any of you have used like Moroccan oil or some type of argan oil in your hair. It's very similar to that in the sense of a little goes a long way. It smells exactly like an argan oil, but it's a cream. So it looks like that, which is amazing. And it smells so freaking good. I don't have a paper towel. All right, oh, whatever. There you go. Rub it in my hands. So I use that every time I had to style my hair, and it's awesome. And a little goes a long way. Like I said, the little dab that I did on my finger was probably all I ever used in my hair just to help protect it. And I did it while my hair was still wet. So when I was blow drying it, and then later when I went to go straighten it, it was all good. So this was an amazing product, and I highly recommend it. I actually want to buy the bigger bottle, but I still have so much oil that at home that it doesn't make any sense. So I'll finish that first and then go on to this. But this Drybar Hot Toddy, and this in this little size was $20 Canadian. So you get 50 milliliters, and I still probably have 3/4 of this left. So this will last me other trips as well. So this was a great thing to purchase. Second to last hair product I bought was, again, from Drybar. This is a product that's a little bit, you either love them or you hate them, and I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with them. This is the Sparkling Soda Shine Mist, and this is what, okay, why is the light being so freaky? Sorry guys, it's blowing, there you go. Ah, that's better. There you go. This stuff, so what it is like after you've blow dried your hair, or you can do it before if you're like rolling it out. But basically when you've reached the point of styling your hair where your hair is damp but doesn't quite have a look yet, you take this and you spray it in your hair. Now, Redken has a really good product. Schwarzkopf has another one of these. This is kind of one of these products that exists, and I don't think a lot of people they know what it does, but they don't use it too frequently. I use this quite a bit, and I used to use the Schwarzkopf one a lot, and I also use the Redken one. My favorite is my favorite used to be the Redken one. The Schwarzkopf one, I find if you actually use it in your hair and like you do it per layer as you're styling, it gets really like waxy and like kind of gross feeling, and I don't very much like it. So I decided to try out the Sparkling Soda. First of all, this stuff smells like vanilla. It basically smells, ugh. Oh, it smells so good. Anyways, so just for that reason alone, this stuff smells nice. But what you do is when your hair doesn't really have much of a style yet, I literally take it, I spray it off of my hair like this, and like kind of go like shh, and then after that tilt my hair over and spray like that. That way I can get all my hair. It doesn't like weigh it down. It doesn't do anything, and yet it helps protect it when I go to straighten it. This stuff is awesome, and I actually just bought a big bottle for myself and a big bottle for my mother for Mother's Day. So This stuff is awesome, and it was $16 for the small size in the 1.6 ounces. So, all in all, this was a really good investment, and I highly recommend this in the small size, but also in the big size. It also just helps to give some shine to your hair, so if you don't wash your hair every day, like the next day your hair still looks shiny. Your hair still looks shiny and nice, instead of just kind of like, you know how sometimes on day 2 or day 3 your hair can kind of look lifeless? This helps with that. And finally, the last product I bought was a little bit of a big kahuna, but totally worth it. I bought the T3 Single Pass Compact Hair Straightener, which looks like this. And I'll pull it out of the package so we can all see what it looks like. It's actually quite small. It's just a little mini hair straightener. It has a little heat protector cap on it, and this is what it looks like. Now, you're probably wondering, Tara, why did you bother buying a hair straightener? And I'll tell you, because my husband said the same thing. It was solely for the fact that I have a chi here at home, which I love. And last time I brought it to Europe, I don't think the one that I had was a conversion one, and an automatic conversion from their voltage, and it actually, when I brought it home, caught fire in my hands. So, just nothing to do with Chi's fault. It was totally my fault. We didn't have a power converter, and that's what happens. So, not only was it running a little bit hot while we were there, but when we came home, it then after that blew up. So, in Europe, they use 240 volts. So what you need is either a converter that will change the voltage for you from 180 to 240 safely or down, or you need a styling tool that will automatically do that within its settings, and this does. This automatically will convert as long as you have a converter like plug. If you plug it in to that, into the little American, it will automatically switch it over for you, which is awesome. So I use this basically almost every day. I have bangs, which right now are doing something crazy on their own. Basically use this every day. I freaking loved it. It was efficient. It was easy to use. The only thing is that for curling, and only because I only curl my hair like once or twice, for curling, it's not hard to use. It just doesn't give you like the nice thick barrel curls. I'm sure I could probably achieve it if I tried a little bit harder with it, but I was on vacation and didn't really feel like doing my hair all the time. So, or the entire time we were there. So I mostly just straightened it and then went out. But every time I straightened it, my hair looked great. And it was awesome. So this is like a definite buy. And this was $118 Canadian. So it was a little bit on the pricey side. But on the other hand, most economical or cheaper styling tools don't always work as well. So that's why. So that's it for hair. Now let's get on to the fun stuff. Well, not that hair isn't fun, but let's get on to the makeup side of things, because I consider myself a little bit more daring and a little bit more kind of like, what was she thinking? So I'm going to start with the cheapest of everything that I used and go from there. So I usually use the Maybelline Age Rewind Brightening Concealer under my eyes before I put on my foundation, just a little bit, just like dot, 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 and rub it in with my hands. And the reason I do that is because I just find it helps. I have dark circles that are very obvious, very evident ever since I was a kid. And it just kind of helps cancel out some of that. And then after that, I put actual concealer over top as I do my foundation. Everywhere I went was out of the brightening one, so I thought I would pick up a brightening stick. So I picked up from Maybelline the Brightening Creamy Concealer in 20 Light, which looks like this, and it's just a little, you twist the bottom and the product comes out. Okay, well, all I can say is that if this is light, it's basically my skin tone, and this was the lightest of all of them. So as you can see, it does catch the light, but I did not love this. I mean, I have it on right now just because I threw some makeup on quick to film, but I don't love it. It's not great. It does the trick, I mean, but it's like, would I rebuy this? No. Am I highly considering going out to replace it? Yes. Does it get cakey or anything under your eyes as long as you use it underneath your foundation? No, which is good. But yeah, not more than that. And I do believe it was like $9 $9 or $10 Canadian at Walmart. So yeah, wasn't crazy about this. Could have done without it. So we won't give that much more airtime. The next thing I bought was the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Foundation. Whoa, that is not its name. It is the Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation with SPF 15 Full Cover Oil Shine Control. This is what this looks like. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking for a true medium coverage foundation, not something that is overly thick and not something that is completely sheer, but something you can build up, this stuff is amazing. I don't like foundations with SPF in it because I find that they are way too kind of sunscreeny, and not only do they cause flashback, but also I tend to break out because I break out with most sunscreens. So this, on the other hand, I literally wore the entire trip. It has a nice velvet, I guess would probably be the more appropriate finish type for it. Velvet finish. It literally lasts all day. Not one of the, usually I get breakdown kind of over here on my forehead, and I can tell underneath my chin because I'm one of these, I do like this a lot. So this did not break down. It was completely amazing. I am in the color Sand 2. So I use this every day. It worked perfectly in and around my foundation. We flew from Toronto, Canada to Amsterdam, and I wore this on the flight, and I literally slept for 6 hours out of our 7-hour flight, and I woke up and I still looked just as good as when we left Toronto, which is amazing. So this stuff, awesome. And also, I mean, the SPF is only SPF 15, but for me, that's better than nothing. So this was awesome, and the price for this one was $55 Canadian. So is it steep? Yes. Is it going directly on your skin and you kind of want it to do what it's supposed to do? Yes. So this, thumbs up. It was awesome. Highly recommend it. There you go. I also used it, comparatively speaking, to the new NARS Longwear Radiant Longwear Foundation. I like that one as well. I just found that one broke down on me towards the end of the day, and it wasn't really a 16-hour wear. So I needed something a little bit different, and I picked this one up actually the day we left. So this was awesome. The next thing that I used, which is not all this controversial, but I used it for the first time we were gone, was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. Now, this thing is freaking amazing. I used it literally every day, which you may or may not be able to tell. Probably not. Well, you can tell some of the colors that I used. I use this every day. I thought it was awesome. It gave a nice kind of natural look without, still having makeup on without it being too much. What I liked the most about it is it did last every day. My favorite colors to use were the orange soda, the burnt orange, rustic, cypress umber, and the dusty rose. And then I also used the tempera quite a bit. My only complaint, and I don't know if other people have experienced this, is, and if I bring it in really, really close, yes, you can see it. See how the orange soda has like white flakes in it? I don't know why that is, but it did. Not that it affected the way the color laid down or anything. It still laid down beautifully. It was great. This is a palette I will continue to use. The reason I grabbed this one was because I have been obsessed with a Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Oh gosh, I'm going to say for the last probably about 5 months. It's really kind of boring that I use the same palette all the time, but I love it. The colors in it are great. They're great for my eyes. They're great for my skin tone. It works for me, but it's big. And so it's the size of this compared to this. And I didn't really want to bring that big of a palette with me. I also didn't want it to break. So this was an excellent compromise. So this Soft Glam ABH palette was awesome. My only kind of like warning, and it's not a bad thing at all, is that these darker shades kind of over in here, just be very, very careful of, because they do come off a lot more pigmented than what you think. So if you start to lay it down and you think, oh, I'm fine, they can go onto the corners a lot darker, which creates a little bit more of a smokier look than maybe you were planning. Again, you're in Europe. It's not like everybody knows who you are, or hopefully they don't. So, you know, you're pretty okay if you kind of have one off day, but generally this was totally worth it. And this is $55 Canadian. And like I said, it's completely worth every penny. It was worth every penny. So highly recommend that. And like taking it from day to night was super easy. You just add in a little bit more of the darker shades and it's good to go. So that was awesome. Then the final face product that I bought was, because we were walking around all day and I knew there was a good chance that I could get kind of oily and sweaty, because out in like Europe, it was running at about 20 degrees, 18 to about 25, 26 degrees Celsius, which is pretty warm. So while we were out there, before I left, I picked up the Urban Decay De-Slick makeup setting spray. I probably have about this much of this left. I use this every day. It did not make me break out. It kept my shine low. It was literally worth every penny. This one here was $19 for the little travel size, and this is in 30 milliliters. So like, you really don't need a lot. I was gone for 2 weeks. And this stuff is awesome. I highly recommend it. It dries down really fast. You just do quick spray. You're ready to go. And what I like the most about it is it's one lid right there. And then it has another little lid. So you're like doubly protected, which for travel is awesome. So this I will definitely pick up again when I travel, because it was worth every penny. And for $19, I mean, if you're planning on using it every day, it's not worth it to purchase the mini. But if you're just using it to like go away and you have another setting spray like I do that you like to use when you're at home, then it totally works. Then finally, the one product that we completely ran out of, and ironically enough, the one product that I maybe have the worst to say, and I'll put a picture up here, is the L'Occitane Cleansing Softening Shower Oil in the almond, or with almond in it. Like I said, I'll put a picture right here. Okay, so this is, I know, a staple of so many people all the time. It smells amazing. It's great. I don't know if it was a problem of me not really knowing what to expect, or if it was really just a matter of I wasn't sure. I don't know. I did not love it. Was it nice for while we were away? Like, yes. Did it keep my skin moisturized? Yes, as it was supposed to. Yes. So I guess in lines of what you would expect it to do, it did everything. But in my head, I kind of expected it to lather, and like you put it on a loofah and you scrub yourself down, and you have the whole moment in the shower. It feels so nice. Yeah, I didn't get that. And I found that you needed to use a lot of product in order to achieve even a lather. So maybe it was me missing something. It could very well have been that. But like the directions and everything I read about it were so vague, I didn't really like know what to do. So anyways, yeah, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. Would I rebuy it again? Like as like a cleanser to go away with? Yes. Would I say that I'm restocking my bathrooms with that at home? No. Because it really wasn't that, like, it wasn't worth it, to be honest. It just really wasn't worth it. And that one there was $10. So for $10 to go away with, yes, definitely. For, I think it's like $30 or $40 for the bigger one. Like, no. Just quite simply put, it just simply wasn't worth it. So yeah, so that was kind of like, that wasn't happening for me whilst we were gone. And like I said, it was the only product we actually ran out of. And so we ran out of it on our our last day. Like I took the shower on our last day and my husband couldn't use it. So we ran out of it on our last day, and that was kind of it. Now, the final thing that I actually did bring with me is Saje. just to continue on the essential oils kick, Saje has a Road to Recovery little kit, and I brought with me the Peppermint Halo. It's a roller ball. See? And it's just peppermint extract, which is excellent if you're on the plane and you have a headache, or if you're traveling, like, you know, when you travel different time zones the way we did, we were 6 hours ahead, so you're all screwed up. You're living in daytime and nighttime modes, and everything's all over the place. So it was kind of nice to, you know, be able to put this on and just kind of feel a nice little bit of refreshment. And basically what you do is you can roll it onto your temples right here. You just roll it on your wrists and take a breathe in, and it feels excellent, and it really helps with any kind of headache or joint pains that you might be having. Even my feet got really sore, so it was nice to put on my feet. Roll it onto my hands, then massage it into my feet, and it felt so great. So this was, again, Sage's Peppermint Halo was an excellent little kind of thing, and I just brought the entire kit, and the kit also comes with the pain release, and it comes with another Arnica Rescue Acute Injury Ointment, which looks like that. So again, all this was an excellent little thing to have with us, especially when you're walking around all day. It's kind of nice to have something that can help you relieve some pain. So like I said, we got quite a bit of use of that one. So again, that's from Saje Natural Wellness, and everything else I picked up was from Sephora, online or in store. So it was great. So yeah, so anyway, so those are all the products that I used. And like I said, if you guys are interested in, you know, an actual like review of everything, I just kind of feel like maybe everything has been kind of done already. But if you guys want a genuine review of the products, just comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. Or if you guys have any, like, you know, just generally just want to chat, let me know. Click the like or subscribe button below, and hopefully I'll have another video coming to you within the week because I have a few ideas. Anyways, we'll talk soon, and have a good one, guys. Bye!